fun.
How are you guys doing out in California? My name is Tony Snyder, and this is my audition tape for Top Engineer. Right now, this is going to be improv, so any mess-ups are going to be on this tape. But we're going to start here in my trophy room. These trophies that you see behind me are known as Wallies, and they are from NHRA drag racing. If you could pan around and look at all of them, I have won 29 Wallies through NHRA drag racing, and especially one that comes out is this championship Wally right here. Let me move my little niece Ava. But this is the big gun. This means you're a champion. This is #1. That's my pride and joy. What comes with that is the last Winston championship ring right there. So very proud of this room. I did a lot of work in here. I mean, these are years of experience and years of blood, sweat, and tears that went into all this. I'll show you some fun times that we had out on the road. This here, championship picture. Big, very proud of that one. This, guys, that's 8,300 horsepower taken off right there, and that is an engine that I built. So you can see some of the experience. Now, just to tell you a little of my personality, I could never take a winner circle picture seriously. So here's one, shoving the winner circle medal in my driver's mouth. We got another one, what I call the monkey dance. My crew chief loved that one. We got one here called the look. We were making fun of a guy that was out in drag racing, but still fun. And then, who gets to say they poured a beer on Kenny Bernstein's head? Not too many people, but I got to do that. He wasn't too happy, but alright, you've seen my trophy room. This is like my biggest pride in the whole house. Right now, what I'm going to do is, instead of making a traditional tape of going through and showing you everything, I'm going to introduce you to a couple people that kind of make up who I am. And hopefully you guys will be impressed and get a better feeling of, you know, what all comes about out of Tony Snyder. So right now I'm going to introduce you to Anthony. So hold on, let me go get him. Anthony, you ready?
Yeah, Tony, hold on, let me just grab what I need. Hold it. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Is there a camera in there, Tony? I don't like cameras, you know that.
Come on, Anthony, just get in there.
Okay, okay. Oh, Tony told me to be in here. I'm the side of Tony that, you know, I do all the calculations. This is my calculator. You're in my area right now. This is kind of where I study, and you know, I make sure everything's okay for Tony. Like when he does something, say he's going into a jump, or if maybe he's doing something crazy on his snowmobile or wakeboard, I do all the calculations and the trajectory, and I make sure that he has the right velocity. And you know, I'm always there for him. So if you guys could, don't touch anything, because this is my stuff, and I really hate when people touch it. We're going to introduce you to someone else now. His name's Tone, and we don't get along at all. He hates my work. So, alright, I hate cameras, so I gotta go. Bye.
Hey, Anthony, nice freaking job!
Ow, Tone. You know I'm not an athlete. That hurts.
Would you freaking get it up there, Fruit Cup? What's wrong with you? Hey, you see my room, huh? Yeah, we won this stuff, right? Hopefully Joey right now already showed you my boat. That boat, let me tell you, that thing is perfect, you know? Hey, but anyways, I'm Tone. I'm the guy that, you know, we take the chances. You need me hanging from the rafters to weld something, I'm the guy, you know? Hey, if you want me to burn myself just to hold a piece, I'm there. Now, as Anthony said, I'm the dare guy in this group here. You know, I take the jumps. It's full throttle. I don't listen to that little Fruit Cup. Come on. So, you know, anything Tony needs from me for courage or like whatever he wants, you know, I'm there to make this stuff happen for him. So, I hope you guys out there in California and girls, how you doing? I hope you like this, you know, it's alright. Now, I'm gonna give this back to Tony because it's his show, you know. We'll make this, you know, see what happens. Hey, what's that little pizza pie out there? Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna get me a slice. Jeez, Tone, would you leave the girls alone? Hey, mind your own freaking business, Tony. Oh, I tell you what, I'm sorry about that, but it's hard to keep these guys in check a lot of times. So, hey, what we're going to do now that we got that out of the way and kind of gave you an idea of what I'm all about, let's go down and look at my shop right now, okay? Now, the one thing that was great about NHRA drag racing, the room we just came from, it taught me how to just work to the ragged edge in any situation possible. I mean, it is the hardest sport. You got to work under the biggest pressure, and you got to do it to the extent where everything is perfect. And that sport has honed me to do that. So, right now we'll take you out to the shop. First thing I'm going to show you is, if you come out here, we'll look at the computer systems we have out here. Now, this right here is a valve cover that I am making for my boat. Now, if you look at the design, we got Mastercraft on it, a couple skulls, some really cool designs on it. Now, what happens is I draw this up in 3D CAD on this system here and I write the code for a CNC machine that we'll see here in a second. Once you write the code, you send it to this machine right here, and this machine, little computer as it is, will write the code and it'll send it to the machine, and once you pick out your right cutters and everything, you end up with little nice parts like this. Now, this piece you're seeing right here, this is an exact part of the corner of my valve cover. I don't know if, hopefully you guys can see that right there. The exact piece made. Now, these pieces, we got all 4 of them ready. I'm getting ready to cut the tops. They're made on this machine here. This machine is a 3-axis CNC cutting machine. Now, this is where I do most of my work out here in the garage, but it's an integral part to my business I got going here. One of the other machines I have here is right here. This is a 225 precision TIG. Now, it'll do stick welding too, but as we know, not too many people do that anymore, but I do the stick welding myself. If you come a little closer, I'll show you a little something I made for this. Now, if any of you know TIG welding, you need to have your filler rod real close by. So I made these little stands for it, and I put gaskets inside. It's all waterproof. Put my logo right on top of it with the CNC machine. All powder coated, all fabricated from scratch. Now, if you walk down here, you've seen the CNC, some of this stuff hanging out here. This is all stuff that I've made to kind of put a curtain around the CNC because it likes to throw chips. Here's a neat little fact with this one. It comes out and stops. This is all hand fabricated brushed aluminum, so kind of a neat little piece. One of the interesting things when I talked to Joey, I told him about one of these ski trips I went on and a little mission we did where we had Diet Coke and Mentos bombs. And the Diet Coke and Mentos bombs, when you mix it together, it kind of makes a reaction and fills up with gas. And the guys we saw on YouTube would hit it off the ground, bust the cap off, and it would go straight up in the air about 40 foot. Doesn't work. We tried it for 2 years. So I came back and I told the guys, I said, I'm going to use my engineering degrees, use my aerospace background to make this piece. And what I did was, if you can see, I put 4 pieces of angle iron together with a couple straps around every side that are spring loaded, so this thing will get bigger and contract with the Diet Coke bottle. And in the bottom, I made a cutter for the cap, and hopefully he showed you the video of all that. So, working in a ton of different areas. I've worked in aerospace, I've worked in, racing, I've worked in construction, I worked at gas stations, we worked everywhere. And by the time you do all of this, and I mean, I started at a young age of 10, I can pretty much make you anything in the world, anything under the sun. It doesn't matter. You ask it, I'll get it made for you. I'm going to show you now a couple of things I'm working on for some people. Some guy come to me and he said, hey Tone, I really want a custom hitch insert. I'm like, yeah, no, sure, no problem. We can make that for you. What's your design? Well, he picked out, it looks like a $sign, but it's for something else. It's got a U through it instead. But we made this, machined it out of 1-inch thick aluminum. This is a different piece here where I grooved it and welded it together and made it smooth. So that's the finished product. Since I was making it for him, I said, hey, what the heck? Make your company logo on one. And if you can see this, this is a diamond cut all around the top. See how it sparkles? Very nice, huh? I should patent that cut. I'm pretty sure other people do it. Anyways, those are two pieces. For the boat, I made a piece that, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Perfect Pass, but Perfect Pass is a servo motor that is electronically controlled that handles your throttle positioning where it's at. And it does this by saying, hey, I'm at 21 miles per hour. That's where I want to stay. So if you go over, that servo will pull it back for you. Well, Mastercraft engineers did a mistake and mounted it on a rubber hose for your water system. So I said, all right, we got to get it off there. It's not real accurate. Let's make a bracket for it. Well, this bracket here is kind of a neat little piece. I do a lot of on-the-fly engineering where you design it in your head and just start making it as you go. You kind of keep in your head what you need for strength and everything, but the design and the look of it, you kind of just make up as you go. And this is one of the main pieces that I've done that on. So what I did was I gave this kind of a stealth look design, if you can see that. These are all separate pieces of aluminum, each one of them TIG welded together and the weld buzzed down. This thing weighs less than a pound. But the cool thing I did in the end was I put my logo in it. And I made the step for the machining a little bit apart so it gives it kind of a little look to it when you're looking at it. So a lot of neat stuff we do around here. Next I'm going to show you a car I did. Now, just to show you how long I've been in, all of this, I restored this car from the ground up when I was 15 years old. This kind of, hopefully you can see it. I know my garage is a little packed, but I'm getting ready to sell the house because I got to move into a huge one because I am way overbooked in here. But this is my baby. This is Tina. Built her when I was 15. I raced her for years. This car will go in 1/8 of a mile, 6.7 seconds at 100 miles per hour. It's pretty quick. It's about freaking 700 horsepower. All right, another thing I designed on the fly, I got a brake shear roller here. This brake shear roller needed a stand. Now they sold one with it, but it's not going to work. It's too bulky. I need something that I can roll around out of the way and then put a stand down when I need it. So if you can come around, this is what I did. If you look at this, this kind of looks like a weird conglomeration, right? Well, my buddies all tell me stuff. When I tell them something I'm going to do, they tell me, Tone, that's not going to work. Well, guess what the worst thing you can do to me is? Tell me something ain't going to work. So I designed this up, I welded it together. All you do, you tighten down these T's right here, screw. This thing locks down, lifts the front wheels off the ground. You can shear all day long. When you're done, you run the T's back up, put this thing right back in place. She can roll around. Put it right back where you need it. You got room again. Now, I've showed you pretty much everything I made, but I want to show you one of the cool facts in my garage. This is my new toolbox, and I think you guys seen it all, but the coolest feature ever is right here. Hopefully you can see that. But that is a fridge in my toolbox. There's a fridge in my toolbox. A fridge! So, alright, we showed you the shop. You met my personalities. Now it's time for me to get back to work. So I'm sorry, but I'm out of here. I'm going back to work. It was nice talking to you good peeps in California. Hope you get to vote for me, and I hope you think everything was great, and I hope to be on your show. So, good night. Cut it.